Hey, Andrew Marin here. I have been speaking all over the country the last couple weeks, and they've been some real long days, and it's been nonstop, so I haven't really had too much time to be on the internet, be on the blog. And I'll tell you, I got home this past weekend, and the first things that I see are the wake of all of these recent teen gay suicides that have been happening recently due to bullying, due to school administrations not taking their complaints seriously, due to parents thinking that it's not as bad as it actually is. And in response to all of this, what have I seen? I've seen Ellen DeGeneres do an unbelievable clip, unbelievable segment on her thoughts regarding this topic. I've seen gay organizations and mainstream media outlets do the same thing, and I'm just so appreciative of them. But here's the interesting part for me is that, you know, at the end of the day, the broader conservative world isn't listening to Ellen DeGeneres. They're not listening to mainstream media liberal outlets. They're not listening to all this other stuff because, as Focus on the Family says, as sad as those suicides have been, it's the gay agenda is now trying to push itself upon us, and I can't deal with that, and I can't stand that. And Focus on the Family, this is not a political thing. This is lives. These are kids' lives. God dignifies all of humanity. I don't care if they agree with you, if they are like you, if they are not like you. This is an understanding from a Christian worldview that we are all children of God. This bullying needs to stop. It needs to stop. This isn't something where we can just say very nicely these days, like, oh, hey, man, you know, you shouldn't really pick on that. We have a responsibility as children of God to strongly communicate a message that this is wrong, this will not be tolerated. I don't care if it's in the schools, I don't care if it's in the churches, I don't care if it's on your street corner. This is not acceptable. This is not acceptable action, and we should be the ones that are running to help people out. And what are we doing? We're sitting back and we're just calling people out. It's time to stop calling people out. It's time to start doing. It's time to start doing. And people with influence, organizations with influence in the Christian world, you need to step up and do something. So you might be looking at me right now and you're saying, well, fine, Andrew, you can call us out. What are you doing? I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to high schools. I'm going to high schools, and I'm communicating this message that this is not right, this is not acceptable, and it's coming from an evangelical straight person. Something needs to be done. I ask you, please go to your local high school, find the Christian teenage group in your town or your school or your churches, and you go and you make sure that everybody knows that this is not right, this is not acceptable, things need to change. Lives are being lost, and that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous for what our responsibility is. And I say this with a heavy heart, their blood's on my hands. I might not have done it directly, but that doesn't matter. And I'm not saying this as show. I'm saying this as a legitimate understanding. If we're all connected as children of God, then what is the difference when someone dies in war, when someone dies in suicide, when someone dies in abuse or murder or accidents or whatever the situation is? We need to do something. And the time is now to start doing something. Please, I ask you, step up. I don't care if you're backed by an organization. I don't care if you're backed by a school. I don't care if you're backed by nobody but your own heart and your own compassion and your own love. Go and do something. Get this message out there. Things need to change. Thank you very much.